down the leg side as well. Was it leg buys or was it off the bat? We've got to wait and see. But the fans are happy. The runs are coming thick and fast. Chris Soule has got to pick up his radar.
Yeah, it's another Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G, and what that means, it's going to be 4 more education kits for school children across Nepal. That's donated by the Ncell Foundation. What a legacy that is going to leave. Really love that initiative. We'll see that impacting schools across the country. Just not getting his line right here, is he? Chris Soule, 2 leg side right now. Better, much better, and well fielded by Akib Ilyas in close cover.
They don't have a lot of runs to play with. The Kings need to be disciplined. They've got 2 early breakthroughs. They need to be disciplined. Soule's going all out pace. The surface is not helping him. Just talking of the surface, I was talking to the groundsman. He said the nature of this clay is that if you don't leave grass, it dries up very quickly. And he's a bit worried with the tournament lasting 21 days. He's got 6 trips.
In the air. Gets a good piece of it. Not sure if he's going to get enough to get to the rope ball. Yes, he will. There's another Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G. Malantha, a little like Guptill, took a while to get in, but now starting to look good. The second boundary, the over.
That was a good shot. It was pitched up, but he just hit through the line. Didn't bother to keep it down. He wanted to take maximum advantage of the power play. Third boundary of the over and second off the bat of Milantha. Runs coming thick and fast here. 14 runs already.
Better ball to finish the over. 3 bowled, 29 for 2.
Himsta for a complete home.
Lights of a life on Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
An immediate change of bowling here. Malantha's profited from the few loose ones from Seoul, but Jitendra Mukhia, former national team player, last played back in that T20 World Cup qualifier B in Oman that Nepal couldn't get through in 2021. Known as a very good death bowler, good with his Yorkers, Shiram, but just surprised by that change. I thought Pratish GC was causing problems.
Stole the words out of my mouth. Thought Pratish had a very good start, and especially with the new ball, he was getting a bit of shape as well. I would have definitely given him one more, but we're going to see it. Jitendra Mukhia, 3 for 18, is best against Afghanistan at Chattogram in 2014.
The leg side, that'll be a wide. Just saw the drone shot there of this ground. I know your incredible CV working with Australia, with their spin bowlers, playing cricket all across India. Not many more beautiful grounds that I've ever seen. What do you think?
Especially coming up to the hills, I think it's so beautiful. Dharamshala in India is one of the most picturesque. Look at those mountain ranges at the background. So beautiful. Even the flight to Kathmandu, it's just snow-capped mountains all the way.
Yeah, certainly think about this time of year in Nepal. It's so beautiful. It's 18 to 21 degrees. It does get cold in the mornings and the evenings, actually. The 9 a.m. games will be interesting. But yeah, you talk about the festival of the Himalayas that this is. I've got to correct myself from earlier. I said that this trophy was 8,848 millimeters. It's not. It's 884.8 millimeters. The That's been done because of the tribute to the exact meter height of Sagarmatha, of Mount Everest. There's actually not a rock from Everest itself, but one of the most famous viewing points as we go up the trophy here. Look at the top of this. This, for me, is one of the most beautiful trophies I've seen in my entire life, and one of the most unique. Part of the Himalayas built into it. Beautiful work.
So much history, so much culture. That's what Nepal is all about. So beautiful. Look at that for a sight. City of Kathmandu in the background with the hills, and even a brilliant sight.
One of the things I love about it here in Kathmandu, it's not really just the one city, it's multiple cities. You've got all of that history and heritage of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in and around it. You've got Kathmandu itself, but then you've also got Lalitpur, which is very historic, Janakpur, which is even more historic. We talk about, sorry, that's out in the east. But you've just got history and heritage and culture all throughout. They're so proud of where they're from.
Janakpur almost dates back 7,000 years to the Ramayana. Goddess Sita was apparently born here. Coming back to cricket, it's been a good little over from Mukia. Bit of a slingy action. Should be good with his Yorkers. The run, that 2 over wide, conceded the first ball, but then 4 dot balls. The breaks a bit on Harsh Thakur, 30 for 2 after 3.4.
Required run rate won't be a concern yet, though. Just want to keep these wickets in hand. Big pressure, though. Definitely being applied. 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in and around the valley of Kathmandu. That is incredible. Baktapur is the third of it's kind of 3 cities that were 3 different kings almost kind of built up. Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Baktapur. And I'm going to take you up there on one of your days off. It's about 15 kilometers away. Beautiful.
Please. I am game.
Great yogurt there. They make it in these little clay pots. And, oh, I just love this city. Very, very special place.
Love your local knowledge.
Down the leg side, and the potential of a maiden for Mukia is ruined by another Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G to round out the 4th. It's 34 for 2.
Rewards. यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
Yeah, remarkable to think of that Mukia over. It was looking really good, wasn't it? Until that last ball. Actually leg buys down the leg side. We're going to see another change of bowling. Really a change of ends for Pratish GC. So he will come on from the Chobar end of the ground. Their addition for this year's MPL, the big screen coming into play. Fans are loving that. Now, we're going to get some immediate in-game reaction. Let's get down to Mikhail Vaswamy, who's got Kevin O'Brien alongside him.
Come on, GC!
Well, thank you very much, Andrew. Just the right time to have a quick chat with the head coach of Biratnagar Kings, Kevin O'Brien. Kevin, 34 for 2 in the 5th over. Your thoughts on this game at the moment? Is it poised?
It's action-packed first 4 overs, wides, extras, boundaries, wickets. It's obviously the crowd are enjoying it, but tighten up our lengths a little bit and our lines a little bit, and the wicket's not as flat as you might think. It's skidding through a lot. So that was his assessment of the first thing, is skidding through. It's not a free-flowing wicket.
You spoke of the wicket and how the wicket has behaved in the first innings, 127. That's not what you would have settled for. What do you make of the track, particularly the spinners coming into action very early?
Yeah, I think their spinners bowled quite well. They bowled quite slowly, which obviously didn't allow us to get any pace on the ball. But obviously our spinners hopefully now have learned that. But 127 is probably a little bit under par, obviously, but not massively under. Maybe 140, 150 would have been par.
Yeah, huge atmosphere, huge setup over here. Inaugural edition. Coach of the Biratnagar Kings. What's the first piece of information and knowledge that you've given the kids?
Yeah, I think we just got to enjoy it. The players, they've got to enjoy the opportunity to play on a world stage. Obviously going out to millions of people around the world. Enjoy the pressure that brings, and obviously there's a big crowd in the stadium as well. So just embrace that and try and play your natural game and show the world what you can do.
Coach Kevin O'Brien, we've seen the batter Kevin O'Brien. You've done the length and world in cricket, a journeyman yourself, an aggressive 30. Is that the message always? For the
and then play accordingly. So yeah, it's always going to be positive and proactive.
Right, thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck in this very game. Thank you. Cheers. Kevin, it's back to the commentators.
Well, our thanks to Kevin O'Brien. Great to hear from really not just an Irish legend, but a legend of the world game. We'll get a quick look at this boundary that Malantha picked up. 389 appearances there for Ireland. Kevin O'Brien, the most capped Irish sportsman of all time until very recently. Paul Sterling's just gone by him, his great pal. And Kevin O'Brien's second visit here to Kathmandu. He loves Nepal too. Great close friend of mine. So happy to see him here involved in season 1.
He's definitely testing out the pitch here. He's got some good bounce. I'm happy with that being called wide. It was a good shot from Malantha. Stood tall. Got his hands high enough to get over the ball. That was let go. He's pulling some decent pace here, Ratish. Got a good change of pace too, which we've seen when he got Anil Kumar Shah.
Just going back to the head coaches there, Kevin O'Brien, the Irishman. There's also a great Indian connection. You mentioned Pat Well, the former head coach of Nepal. Brandon Madness, who's the current assistant coach. Rajiv Kumar, who's got that experience down with the Chennai Super Kings in the IPL, but also been a great breeding ground for Nepali coaches to come through. The former national team captain, Gainendra Malla, Prashanta Shahi of the Kathmandu Gurkhas, and Jagat Tamata, the under-19 national coach, also alongside Prabhuda Dasanayake. Really good selections for me.
Excellent. What a good mix of overseas and local coaches.
Do not want to take a signal to Nicholas Kirk. He is ever so quick. And that's what this whole league is about. It's not just about developing players, it's about developing officials, breeding the next generation of fans, bringing through coaches. I know it's only day 1, and I get in trouble sometimes for getting too excited, but you can already feel how great this NPL is going to be.
Without a doubt. The response from the crowd has been amazing, and the quality of cricket is only going to get better as we go deeper into the tournament. Shots like that will make the tournament even better. Malantha finishes off with a maximum. Siddharth Bank 6 crossing ropes, creating hopes. That's exactly what it was. 46 for 2 of the 5.
أو كيكة. إذا كان تفاحة اضغطوا على لايك. إذا كان كيكة اضغطوا على
हजुर नमस्कार शुभ प्रभात र यति बेला हामी ट्यु क्रिकेट ग्राउन्डमा छौँ। तपाईले देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ एनपीएल को आज पहिलो संस्करणको पहिलो गेम।
कल ना हमें भाई की शादी।
आज है मेरा 41वां दिन अपनी सालों से खाली पड़ी हुई जमीन को दोबारा उपजाऊ बनाने का। तो यार आज के दिन की शुरुआत होती है सुबह।
दोस्तों, ये लड़की एक वीडियो देखती है जिसमें दिखाया जाता है कि एक नए टूथपेस्ट के अंदर से अजीब तरह का टूथपेस्ट ढक्कन निकलता है, जिसे देखकर इस लड़की को
आज के लिए ऑफर है, मछलियाँ आधी कीमत में। आओ आओ जल्दी आओ।
दादाजी आपकी पोती मिल गई?
उसे कैसे भी करके घर लेकर आओ।
क्या मेरी बहन मिल गई? मैं आ रहा हूँ।
मैं अपनी बहन से सबसे पहले मिलूंगा। शूटिंग कैंसिल कर दिया, आ रहा हूँ मैं।
अगर ऐसी कमाई रोज हो तो मैं तो बहुत ही जल्द अमीर बन जाऊंगी। बचाओ बचाओ, छोड़ दो मुझे।
आखिर मैंने तुम्हें ढूंढ ही लिया।
बहन, ये 2 करोड़ का पर्स मैंने सिर्फ तुम्हारे लिए खरीदा है।
इस कार्ड से तुम कितना भी पैसा खर्च कर सकती हो। बहन, ये पोर्श कार्ड तुम्हारे लिए।
लाओ लाओ, ये भी लाओ।
बेटा, अब से कंपनी की जिम्मेदारी भी तुम्हारी है।
दादाजी, कंपनी में मेरी पहचान गुप्त रहे। मैं अपनी मेहनत से कुछ करना चाहती हूँ। मैंने सुना है कि कंपनी की खोई हुई मालकिन वापस मिल गई।
मैं उनकी खातिरदारी अच्छे से करूंगा, फिर मेरा प्रमोशन हो जाएगा।
हेलो दोस्तों, आज मेरा पहला दिन है। लगता है यही है हमारी मालकिन।
छोटी मालकिन, आपका स्वागत है। प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है, इस बार सबसे अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट मिस प्रिया ने बनाया है। तुमने अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है, लेकिन उसका क्रेडिट मिस प्रिया को ही मिलेगा। तुम्हारी हिम्मत कैसे हुई मैनेजर?
आज के लिए आप।
जापान में जब गन्ने की खेती होती है तो वहाँ के लोग गन्ने तोड़ने का काम बंदरों से करवाते हैं, और इन लोगों ने बंदरों को ये काम करने की काफी अच्छी ट्रेनिंग दी है, जिसके बाद ये बंदर गन्ने को बॉक्स में पैक भी करता है। जापान में बंदरों को हर तरह के काम करना सिखाया जाता है।
आज माता श्री अपना बोरिया बिस्तरा लेकर चली गई।
लड्डू मुत्याना उतार रही।
और नहीं रे कोकिला बेन, घर छोड़कर नहीं जा रही है, मार्केट जा रही है। अब माता श्री तो चल दी मार्केट, लेकिन एक सेकेंड, घर का खाना कौन बनाएगा? लगता है बाबू मशाए आज मुझे ही कुछ बनाना पड़ेगा। अरे हाँ, वही बनाती हूँ जो कल लेकर आई थी, टेढ़ी मेढ़ी जलेबी। आज माता। रावण से पहले लंका का राजा कौन?
विराट कोहली से मिलवा दो भैया। कोहली जा रहा है। किसे? विराट कोहली जा रहा है। विराट कोहली? हाँ, आगे मैं भैया। विराट कोहली, जल्दी बैठ, जल्दी बैठ, जल्दी बैठ। कहाँ पे? आगे आगे आगे। कहाँ पे विराट कोहली? कहाँ पे? आगे आगे ब्लैक कलर का खरीदा जा रहा है। कहाँ पे? आगे आगे। विराट सर, शिट भाई, शिट भाई, शिट।
Instant hydration, miracles happen.
Were 37 and 29. The field restrictions are lifted. This means that the bowlers will have some kind of breather. They'll need a wicket here, as HD rightly pointed out. A win early on will certainly set the tone. And in comes the superstar of Nepal cricket, Sandeep Lamichhane. What a star he is. 5 for 9 against Kenya in Nairobi 2 years back. 108 wickets for him, and look at that for economy. 6.15. Brilliant.
It's a critical spell for both sides. Bolts play Lamichhane well, then maybe they'll have that first victory. But the Kings will be looking for Lamichhane to make some inroads here, get a couple of wickets, not just be economical, but take wickets. That's their pathway to victory. I wonder whether the skipper's going to bring in a couple of attacking fielders. The slip goes in.
You do have long on and long off as well for the miss hit. One at deep mid wicket as well. Nicely bowled. You got to bowl to your field. With a slip in place, you want to really create some doubt as well in the batter's mind. It's been a decent power play for the Janakpur bowls. They accumulated 50 plus runs. That was a quicker one.
It wasn't a big total that they were having to chase. Just 128 needed for victory, but they lost wickets early and they were 2 down with just 15 on the board before this partnership between Tucker and Malanta has taken place. Malanta has been more the aggressor. He's 23 coming off just 21 balls as Harsh Tucker, the Canadian, has tried his very best just to find some sort of rhythm on this surface. Milanta carries on his merry little way here. That's another boundary.
He's shown a lot of intent and purpose in the middle as Milanta. He's certainly calling the shots. Once again, picking his spot with consummate ease. So much time in playing that hit. This is why Janakpur bowlers will always want to believe they're in this chase. Pressure on the fielding side. That equation getting easier. Much better.
Good cricket, good smart cricket by Milanta. Finds the boundary, then just happy to just nudge it up the ground for a single. Rotate the strike. Pressure on Lamachani.
HT, we did see the spinners making an impact in the first innings. You feel it's gotten better to bat in second innings?
Spinner's got such a great length. Smeared away on the leg side. That might have hit two. So a good over again for the Bolts. Concludes the set, 61 for 2.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove. DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै सही.
अब सिद्धार्थ बैंकको कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस्. सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई. तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल, असली नै रोजौं.
Getting Biratnagar Kings out for 127, and right now the Chase have 8 wickets in hand. Only 67 needed of 78. There again, it's Milanta. Just falls short of the field at long off yet again. He's finding his spots. And just about batting with a lot of authority in the middle. This day one, another 18 match days, including this 32 matches, 8 teams, over 130 players. We are up and running in the inaugural edition of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League 2024, powered by Encel. You gotta make room for yourself something. Just manufacture a shot.
That was a good length from Akib Ilyas. You spoke about the length of the Bolts when their spinners bowl. They sort of don't allow you. You've got to come down the wicket if you want to get to the pitch or get really deep in your crease to play back. But you can't just step and hit. That's the key to T20 bowling. You don't want a batter to just be able to take one step and hit you back over your head.
Again, length has to be precise, HT, as you pointed out. Pull out this time. Just threw the kitchen sink at that one. Akib Ilyas, former captain of Oman. Quite a mercurial star with the bat and ball. This has been a quiet over so far. Partnership worth 48 in 39 deliveries. But a very crucial time. Good use of the speed. A strike forward. It goes the distance as well. That's a very fine strike. That's a Siddharth Bank 6. Crossing ropes. Creating hopes. What a shot.
Shot of the afternoon for me. Just a lovely use of the feet. To hop, skip and a jump. Gives himself a little bit of room, just a touch outside leg stump to be able to free those arms. Just times it, no power, just pure timing.
And smartly just plays it around, nudges it for a single to retain strike as well. Smart and sensible cricket is what HT mentioned some time back, and that's exactly what they're doing. 70 for 2.
Happier Home. छुट्टै सही. Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल, असली नै रोजौं।
That's because everything is going as per plan at the moment.
There's only really been two batters that have had the measure of this pitch. One, Martin Guptill for the Kings, and now Malanta for the Bolts. And then if you look at Harshthakker's 8 or 15, he's been happy to just knock it around, but there's been no pressure on him because of how Malanta's played. But if Malanta does happen to get out, play one too many extravagant strokes and get out, then Thacker starts to feel a little bit of pressure, and so does the dugout. But while Malanta's there, there's a win on the cards.
That's a very good point, HD. Just like how Guptill was there and everything was looking good. The Biratnagar Kings. 2 runs so far in this over. Harshthakar just about taking his time in this innings of his. Consumed 16 deliveries for 9. But it's Malanta. Nicely guided. Finds the fielder. By the end of it, look at that for a spectacle. Look at that for a view. Tell you what, this is a beautiful country, and the cricket as well, top quality, dished out. Wonderfully struck. He's placing the ball with sublime ease. Stand and deliver. Malanta into his 40s, and he's taking Janakpur balls home this afternoon.
This is some shot. There's a long off in place and there's a sweeper on the offside. But he knows if he finds the gap just either side of the man at extra cover, he could have 4 if he hits it well enough. And does he hit it well enough?
Yeah, there's a lot of method in the madness when it comes to his batting. Caution with aggression. 6 runs coming off the surface, 76 for 2.
Happier home.
Back live into the 10th over. Cruising along at the moment. Now Janakpur bowls. This partnership was 61 and 48. One-way traffic at the moment. Yeah, ideally you want to take the pace off the ball. Don't allow much of width and room for the batters. HD 52 of 64, easy going. Courtesy that innings from Malanta, Thakur can just about play along and take his time.
Yeah, no pressure on him. There's no pressure on him whatsoever. I mean, he's scoring at a strike rate of just over 50.
Well, that's the ultraviolet 7. Imagined at the intersection of design and technology. I'm sure HD would like to have a ride on that lovely looking sleek bike. Beautiful ultraviolet automotive brings the future of mobility. And at the moment, looks like the Janakpur bowls are sitting on it and cruising along Kathmandu and Kirtipur. It has a top speed of 155 kilometers an hour. Look at that. Beauty and the Beast delivered in one go. Wow. That's picked away. Insurance in the deep, just a single towards square leg. HD, your thoughts on that bike?
Well, we need a little bit of transport around here. My first visit here to Nepal. You've been many times before.
That's wonderful. Look at that. Yes, don't mind the two-wheeler ride, of course. Andrew used to take quite a few rides before as well. We're having a chat. But at the moment, Janakpur bowls complete control of the situation and riding on a sea of confidence. At the halfway mark, 80 for 2. And the equation, 48 needed in 60 as the players get into a water break. Much needed chat for the Biratnagar Kings as well.
Tapaiको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नेरोजो.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
सिद्धार्थ रिवॉर्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
गाह्रो छ.
निकाल्न इजी छ. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश. यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Himsta for a complete home. सिधै आउँछ.
सिधै
डाइरेक्ट आइएमई बाट पठाएको पैसा.
आइएमई बाट पठाएको पैसा
सिधै मोबाइलमा.
हो बाबा. अब आइएमई गरेको पैसा सिधै आइएमई पेमा अर्थात् सिधै मोबाइलमा आउँछ.
त्यसो भए आइएमई गरौँ.
सिधै मोबाइलमा.
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै. हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै.
डिश होम खुसीको कनेक्सन.
On the opening day of the MPL, he was just out, I'd love to say, and in the crowd. I didn't even get close to getting up into it because the scale of enjoyment from the fans is next level. We're going to have one of these every day. Now, let's see. Who are we going to pick? Maybe that lady in the sunglasses? No, let's go with this one. Come on, give us a smile. We're looking for the sparkling smile fan of the match, sponsored by the official partner, Happy Dent. Love that. There is nothing but smiles here across this ground today. It's a day to remember. Maybe she's the winner. Like that smile too. Andrew Leonard here, joined again now by Shriram. This game is really only going in one direction, unless maybe, just maybe, Sandeep Lamachani can weave some magic. He's done it before. Can he do it again? The captain of the Kings. Desperately in need of a wicket, aren't they?
I like this, coming over the wicket, bowling more leggies. He's going round, bowling offies. That's not the Sandeep Lamachani we know. He's a leggy who can spin the ball both ways. He'll beat the bat either side. We need some wickets. Ilanta's played him well, may have played him quaintly off the back foot.
Your pedigree as a spin bowling coach, do you think that the kind of the matchups in terms of the ball turning into the bat is sometimes overplayed? Should you still be sticking with your best delivery?
Look at that, for an example. That was a wrong one, turned right across the face. Then he sort of closes out both sides, but bowling around the wicket, he opened up both sides for the batter to score. And he's a far better bowler. He can still bowl his leggies. He can be more attacking in his mindset. He was picked from nowhere for the Delhi Daredevils in 2018. Sandeep Lamachani was young, was turning his leg breaks. Michael Clark, I remember, was very impressed with him.
Yeah, Michael Clark was a big part of his journey. Actually brought him down initially to play grade cricket. I think that was in New South Wales, and the fastest in history to 100 ODI wickets, going past the likes of Rashid Khan. There's no doubting his ability to take wickets. Sometimes when he plays for Nepal, he almost looks for them a little bit too much. I think now as captain of the Kings, he'll know the importance of his 4 overs, but it's rare you see a 0 next to his name in his bowling figures.
That's because of a reason, I think. He hasn't bowled his stock ball enough today. I'm seeing him after a long time. I was with him in Delhi when he was at the Daredevils.
It's a very elegant stroke down the ground. There's something about left-handers, isn't there? And Malanta is maybe going to be trumping Martin Guptill's 50 the way he's going. You get great reward down the ground here at the TU. That's where you want to hit.
And that was a beautiful shot. Great use of the feet. Good balance. Lovely high elbow. Everything right about it. The placement included. Got good reward. 48 of 37. This has been some innings.
Can he get back for two? He's got one. He wants the second. And despite the fumble, he's actually slipped himself at the non-striker's end. He'll have to wait to get to that landmark. 11 ball, 87 for two.
Light Super Light on Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
सिद्धार्थ रिवॉर्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट्स छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Being up in the land of the gods, we're here for the festival of the Himalayas. There's a joy, there's an innocence, there's a beauty to this land. Very much my second home now. It's really in many ways become my first home. So honoured and privileged to be here alongside you, Sharon, for this inaugural MPL. Stuff of dreams.
Same here, Lenny. I'm learning so much sitting beside you. Learning so much about Nepal. What a journeyman you've been. 300 days on the road.
That'll be 50. The second of this inaugural season of the MPL. He's done it in real style, hasn't he? Pretty much impeccable. Maybe slightly cagey at the start, but he gets there and gets a great ovation from the crowd. Lahiru Malanta, 50 to your name off just 39 balls.
Been good both the front and back foot. Some of the pull shots standing out. But then he's been good against spin as well. Hit them both of the back foot. Used his feet really well. Gives me a little bit of shimmer on Hetmeyer. Got that little bit of a body language of Hetmeyer, but he's been a terrific innings. 50 of 39 balls.
People will look at him and say, hold on, how is he not in the American national side? You look at the quality. The Buddha Dasanayaka likes you as a player. I can tell you something, you're a very, very good one. And he's seen something in Malanta. Remember, not just through Major League Cricket in the USA, but also minor league cricket where he plays his domestic stuff. It's been a fine knock. Thacker's just played the supporting role, hasn't had to do any more. And at this stage of the season, you're not thinking about net run rate, you're just thinking about opening with a win.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to work on that net run rate if they get a little bit closer, but at this stage they'll take the win at any cost. 13 of 22 for Thakur has just been possible because Milanta at the other end has gone berserk. 50 of 39, a partnership 74 of 61 has made this task a little bit easier. They can just hold their nerve.
Out around the corner, that's going to be 4 more. He's making it look easy. Mukia, you can see what he's trying to do. Maybe bowl a cutter, change the pace. Surprised him a little. This is looking like it's going only one direction now. The bolt's imperious.
Hasn't been the most disciplined bowling performance from the Kings, and shots like this will definitely help the net run rate. Slower ball into the wicket is a character, Milanta. 21 extras in this innings, not helping their cause at all.
4 more. Well, this is only going one direction now. The way Malanta's going, even though Mukia's got his trademark smile on, it's another Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G, and he's hit plenty of them. 8 altogether now in his innings, 10 boundaries in total, all going to Malanta.
A good head position. His head was in good position, that's why he made contact. He was looking for the Yorker, looking for the wicket, but Milanta's got back-to-back boundaries. The 82 partnership, and they ever so quickly racing to the target. Bilanta bats another 4 overs. It's all game.
He knows so well, win the toss, have a bowl, squeeze them in the middle overs with an impressive spin attack, a much varied spin attack, almost the dream full deck if you will, and then knock it off. They're doing everything that Pupadu Dasanaika wants.
They structured their 20 overs so well. They opened with left arm spin and then squeezed through the two sort of wrist spinners that they had in their squad. Hashtaka was a very good addition. And then they closed out with pace. So there was a definite plan or a structure to their 20 overs. Possibly Brahmachari, like to see a couple of wickets for him today. Poster boy of Nepal cricket. So much riding on his shoulders.
We'll touch on one thing there in the crowd. This one is swept around the corner. Is protection out there, but can't cut it off. Gets a hand on it, but nearly just paddles it over the rope. Daniel Carell out there, who bizarrely we haven't seen bowl yet. He's a fine left arm spinner. That's not going to help his confidence. He misfields.
First boundary for Hashtaka. It's taken him a while, 23 balls, but that's a good strike. Hit in the gap, not the best piece of fielding from Carell. With Lamichhane, nothing's going his way. Good delivery, I like that leg break. It's enough for the spinner. You can put revs on the ball and hit a good area. Someone of Lamichhane's quality should be able to extract more out of the surface.
The body language all of a sudden definitely going downhill for the Kings, understandably. Just 25 required to win. T20 terms, this is turning into a bit of a hammering, a shallacking if you will. Just wonder why hasn't Daniel Carell bowled, given how well the left arm spinners went in that first innings. All of a sudden the bolts are within touching distance.
Always good to start off with a win. These tournaments come thick and fast. The games come thick and fast. So momentum is very crucial.
Yeah, I actually love the 8-team format because it's a single round robin. Every side plays 7 games, but then it's the top 4 that get to the playoffs, to the key stages. Good thing about that is that there's also better reward. It's the IPL style playoffs ending. If you finish first or second, you get 2 chances to get to that grand final if you need them. Into the top 4, you've got a chance. Get into the top 2, you have a real chance of being here at this ground on the 21st of December for the grand final. 106 for 2.
सिटीजन लाइफको
क्रिटिकल केयर प्रश्न लिएको छु जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाखसम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ।
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ।
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै
डिश होम खुशीको कनेक्सन।
What a good partnership this has been. Can't remember many chances, if any. They've just gone about their business in a very unfussed way.
Dominated mainly by Milanta. Thakur has taken his time. If not for Milanta, Thakur would have been under pressure to make a move himself. But the fact that Milanta's got 61 of 45 means that Thakur could have played the 19 of 26. And we still talk about it in this partnership of 91 of 71. Here's Karel. He's got his chance.
Anil Karel is a hugely talented young left-arm spinner. The challenge for any left-arm spinner in Nepal. Also haven't seen Bashir Ahmed bowl, another left-arm spinner. There is such a pedigree and a quality of left-arm spin dating back to Shakti Gauchan, to Basanta Regli, the legends of the previous era, the Paras Katka, the Gyanendra Malla era. So hard to get into the team, to get past Sagar Dakal, Lalit Rajbanshi. I rate Anil Karel particularly very, very highly. Talking to Kevin O'Brien last night as well, he was saying he's been so impressed by the quality of spin bowling.